welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So today I'm with you with a collab with our lovely Claire, who is here on YouTube. So this month we are doing this. So this came from our lovely Julia. So we both spent a bit of money on Julia's website because she has the most amazing just having a look, see what it was. Yeah, the most amazing pieces of wood chip for sale. Not wood chip, MDF, which is absolutely gorgeous. So both Claire and I, when Claire did her she did an unboxing and she showed off this that she has bought. So I said, for this month's challenge, shall we do this, which is the drink me bottle. And the plan is we can use anything we want, so we can embellish it with what we want, and we can use any mediums. So it's to see how we both interpret it. So I'm just gonna grab I need some white gesso, and I'm going to gesso all of my pieces together. So I'll just look for a paintbrush. This one will do. And what I'm going to do is just coat everything with a layer of white gesso, making sure I get my sides as well. And yeah, going from there really. So make sure we haven't got any big sort of bunched up bits. So I am using a 13 Arts gesso. This is a super thick one. It's absolutely gorgeous, super hard to get a hold of, but any gesso will be fine to prime your pieces. You could prime it with white acrylic paint if you wanted. So but the good thing about MDF is actually you don't need to prime it. It would depend on what you're doing. So I want my colours to be very vibrant on this, which is why we are colouring it in. So, well, white, we're putting white on, so when I put my colours on, it will go nice and bright, whereas if I was to leave it, the colours would be quite muted, more like, very much like a vintage style. So, I'm just going to go all the way around. So I think, as not to bore you guys, I'm going to go off camera and paint all of this with white. Now I don't think I want to actually do much to this, so I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. I think that I'm going to add some twine in for the tag, the drink me tag. But I think I'm going to add, and maybe add some of my souffle as well. Like the idea of that. I've also got some sparkle paint, which I think will look really, really nice. So I might use those and just sort of go from there really. Yeah, and see what we come up with, because I think it's going to be quite cool. I'm interested to see what Claire does. Very interested, because I know that Claire has very limited supplies, although she is stocking up, which is really fab to see. So but yeah, she's got some amazing mediums in her stash. So yeah, I'd be interested to see what she uses. But with stuff like this, you don't need a lot of supplies to do it. Just your primer. Well, I would say just your primer and a few paints, some cheap, well, actually you could use your sprays. You could make sprays using really cheap permanent markers out of the pound shop. There is videos out there showing you how to do that. But yeah, I'm wondering whether to use my sprays actually. I think, but I really want it sparkly, so yeah, right, okay, so that's that bit done. Just want these edges done. Don't neglect your edges, guys, because honestly it really does make a difference having your edges all painted. You wouldn't think it does, but it actually does. So yeah, how gorgeous is this going to look? So I think it's going to be really fun and something really, really exciting Right, okay, so there's that bit. So I'm just going to go on and do this bit. Right, okay, so I am going to go off camera, like I did say. I sort of said I was going to go off camera, and then I've just carried on painting. So I'll finish these off and then I'll come back when they're dry, so it won't be long. Okay, so I have all of those pieces painted white, so they're all there. Now with this one, I'm actually going to come in, I'm going to paint it using this absolute gorgeous paint. This is a sparkle paint that I got from Craft Box, and it is literally a paint just full of mica. I don't know if you can see how sparkly that is. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just going to give it a really good mix, like so. And then I'm going to grab my paintbrush. So I've already got a paintbrush that I've been using this because I was doing another project at the same time. So yeah. But it's just, oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. Now I'm not going to do the top bit, we're just going to do this bit. So I want this to be as if it's the portion. So this is going to all be nice, this nice blue. Oh, it's lovely, lovely paint to work with. I'm just going to go up to that top a bit there because I'm going to do the stopper a different colour. So more of that paint on, because I think what I'm going to do is sort of paint all of the bits and pieces separately and then build them up, I think. Or no, yeah, I think so, because I'm wanting the top bit to be a different colour. So that's that bit. Now I am going to need this to yeah, to dry so I can get a second coat on, because I'd like it to be quite opaque. So I think what I'm going to do is let's just give it a quick blast. But it's just an absolutely beautiful, beautiful paint. Right, okay, so let's get another coat on so that it's a nice coat of paint. And then what I think I'm going to do as well is I'd like to bring in a stencil and do some stenciling on this piece before I stick the top bit down. Yeah, right, so that's that used. Love that. I just think that looks so pretty. I do have this, so this is, oh actually no, I'm not going to use that, I'm going to use my mousses. So I've got this, what's this, oh this is the expanding mousse, this one would be nice, I think we'll use that. And then for, I'm just thinking for this bit around here, I might use a mousse as well, but I'm thinking I might use this one, which is my Cosmic Brown. Although I've got a crackle mousse as well. I don't know if that needs mixing up or not. I don't even know if I've not even opened it yet. Oh, the crackle one would look gorgeous. Do you know what I'm going to do? Let's bring back that, where is it? Oh, I've got this. So I've got this, the glitter paste stuff in silver. So I'm going to use that on the bottom piece. Look at that. That is all just mica. So it does need mixing up. I mean, it's just like that. I don't know if you can see. And then underneath it is your paint. And then when you mix it all together, you've got to give it a really good mix. Oh, it's just absolutely beautiful. So, but these are from Craft Box. I want to say they still have them in stock because it is a fairly new product, but please don't quote me on it. So I'm just going to really give that a nice good stir and mix. I mean, look at that, it's changed already to that lovely gorgeous silver, because what I'm thinking is I hope it's going to look nice. Let me get this mica out of the lid as well. Okay, because we don't want to lose any of that. It's just too beautiful to lose. Right, now give that a really good mix. Because what I'm thinking is, on the bottom bit, we can paint it, just cleaning off my brush, we can paint it using this silver and then come in with the crackle gel. So I'm thinking that'll be quite nice. So yeah, this is going to need a couple of coats. Yeah, I'm just sort of going with it at the minute because I'm not quite sure where I'm heading or what I'm doing at all. So it is literally just this is definitely going to need a few coats. So yeah, so it's just sort of getting a few of my paints out and painting a few bits and pieces and taking it from there. So I think that's what I'm sort of doing. Okay, so I'm going to quickly blast that, move that out the way. Okay, and then do another coat. So yeah, we're going to need 3 coats on this. So let's pop that one on. Okay, I mean, it dries fairly quickly, this stuff as well, which is quite nice. So let's dry that off. Okay, and let's do the last coat. So yeah, that's much better. Okay, right, so just like that. Now I'm going to pop that off to the side to dry. And actually, no, I'm not going to use the crackle one. I'm going to use the expanding mousse that was gifted to me. I think it was off our lovely, was it Leslie, I want to say. I think so, yes it was. So she was very kind and gifted me this. So when you dry it, it sort of pops, so it poofs up. It's lovely. So I'm going to use that on the bottom to sort of keep the colours the same. So this is this bit. So let's move that out of the way. So what I want to do is on here is I'm just going to grab some of this out. Okay, like so. Don't put my fingers in because I don't want it to go mouldy. Right, I'm just going to take this out because we don't need that in there. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is just using my fingers, I'm going to go right the way around the bottle using this mousse like so. So yeah, I do love these mousses. I don't use them half as much as what I'd like to use them. So just in like that. And then I think on the top of that bottle as well is we'll do this brown colour. Yeah, I think that would be nice. Okay, so that's that. And then don't forget we need to do the side pieces like this. Okay. So just doing that, because what I think I'm going to do is actually do some stenciling on our piece, on the base piece, the bit that we've just coloured with the blue. So what I'm going to do is actually do some stenciling and then I'm going to glue this down because I think that'll be nice. So okay, I'm just getting in there and getting that cosmic brown all over this piece, so just like that. Got it stuck to the back, but that's fine. But yeah, don't neglect your sides because it really does make a difference having the sides of your pieces all nicely coloured. So it just looks like it's finished lovely. So now I've done that, missed a few bits here. Okay, and smooth that out. So this bottom bit here, I'm going to have that as this cosmic brown as well, so do all of that. Okay, right, so that is that done. Now I'm going to come in and we're going to do the same around the bottle on here. I want it all to be this brown. Okay, it doesn't so much matter on that bit because that bit's going to stand in our base. Okay, so just going all the way around. And it doesn't matter if I get a little bit on the front because it is going to be covered by that piece that we've just done. So although I am making a right mess of this, just see if we can get that off. Oh, that looks fine. And then I want to come in and bring, oh look at that, I'm bringing loads of brown in that because my hands are filthy. So yeah, excited to see what Claire's gonna do, like what she's gonna do with this, because I have just let her do her thing, let her do her own thing. So the only brief that we've had, or rule that we've got, is that we have to use this set. That's it. So that's the only rule that we have. So I'm quite I thought it was a nice challenge this month. Yeah, definitely. But I think because I was struggling with my crafting mojo last month, so I just wanted something quite simple and quite easy to do. So that's what we're doing. Okay, I'm loving that. Oh, making sure that's nicely on. Okay, and then what's going to happen is that's going to just sit on that like that, which, I mean, doesn't that look just absolutely gorgeous? So that's that. Now I do want to come in, let me see if I can wash my hands or get the majority of this off. I do want to come in and put that expanding mousse on, but I'm wondering, shall I paint the other bits first? My head's saying no, just go for it, because I think it's more because I just want to see it done than anything else. But really I need to paint those other bits, but yeah, do the boring bits, I suppose. Right, I'm going to get some, let's get some paint, I think. Got new drawers, so I'm not quite sure where everything is at the moment. Is it? Yeah, here we are. Right, so I went green for the grass. Oh, actually, give them a good shake because these haven't been used in like forever. So green for the grass. I want like a nice browny colour for the mushrooms. So this is actually a pinky brown, but I want to add some bit of grey with it. So a bit of that. Oh, that's actually silver, but that's fine. What else do I want to add? We need some red for the mushroom tops. Okay, and oh, I've got this glitter paste as well, so I might use that. So that's what I've got out so far. So I'm just going to grab a couple of brushes, and yeah, let's get painting. So just going to mix this with the silver because I want like, yeah, I know what I mean. Do you know what? I'm tempted to have some of that brown in as well. Okay, so let's add that in. Okay, so, and then I'm just going to colour this in. So using, our piece. Do you know what? I think I want some brown. I think it's just a little bit too pink. So let's try that, see how that looks. And straight away it's looking actually much better. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's miles better. So I'm just going to colour in these bits, and I am just going to use my paintbrush to do it. Now I am going to be, it's not going to be a really perfect job because I'm not that good at painting straight lines, but I'm going to give it a really good go, and hopefully it will look really nice. Hopefully. So this is just going to be all of our detail. So get that in there, and I want that in there because the mushroom bottoms, these bits, is what I'm wanting. Well, it's what needs painting on this. Now we do have flowers and stuff which we are going to paint. I've also got, let's just move that out of the way 1 second. I've also got the tops of the mushrooms, so I'm going to just do a base coat on the mushrooms just so that the sides and stuff are done. Right, I'm going to add a little bit more brown into that just to bring in a little bit of shadow, and we're just going to add that in. So it doesn't matter if I go on the top, because like I say, we're going to add what do you call it? Okay, so I'm just adding my shadows in, and that's just to give the piece detail. Oh, I like that. And then so under there and just down. Okay, so there's that side, and like that. Oh, love it. So there we go, and then that gives us our shading. Right, okay, so then I'm going to come in with the red, and we're just going to paint this bit, and around the sides all red. Yeah, just like that, just so that it all stands out nicely. Oh, I like that. Now I just thought I need to do a little bit of shading underneath that bit, so we'll have to sort that out. Okay, so there's that bit, and then let's do this piece. I'm being careful not to get it on any of the other bits if I can help it. So just like that. Now I don't need to worry about shading or anything with these, because this is just getting the colour on underneath, so that when we stick the top bits on, every bit's sort of covered. So in theory I could just paint around the outside, and that would be enough. Okay, so I'm just gonna go across there. Make sure you can see. I had a horrible feeling then that I was out of frame, but I'm not. Right, I'm just going to bring in a little bit of brown with that red, and that's just going to go under here, because this bit we are going to see. Okay, again, make sure that your sides are done, because it really, really is important. Okay, right, loving the look of that. And then last but not least, we're going to come in with the grass. So like so. I think we're going to need a couple of coats of the grass. But yeah, okay, oh, I'm liking that. And again, making sure to get my sides, so really get in there, and then to imitate the sort of the grass, I'm just going to sort of flick up my brush so that it sort of goes up on those mushrooms. So I'm just flicking up, and that's just so that we can sort of imitate yeah, little bits of grass. So I've got a bit on there. Like I say, it doesn't really matter so much on there because of the fact that we do have what do you call it? Okay, making sure that's all clear. Just pop in. There we go. So that's our base all done. I think that's looking fab actually. So what I'm going to do, let's move that just off to the side a second because we need that to dry. So I'm bringing this in. I'm going to bring in this expanding mousse, and I'm going to grab some stencils. So I'm actually going to use these stencils from Marami Small Arts, and I think I'm going to go with that one actually. I never cleaned that off very well when I last used it, which was a bit silly of me, but I'm just going to grab some. I don't need that much. I already know I don't need that much. And we're just going to grab this and pop this in. But it looks amazing. Like, it really looks amazing when you blow dry it. Okay. So really getting all of that on, like so. Okay, so I've got a little bit of texture there. I want a little bit in this corner. Okay, actually do this bit. Okay. A little bit more. Like I say, it looks amazing when you dry it. But what I'm going to do is I'm not going to dry it straight away. I want to, I'm going to I'm going to glue down this top bit first. Then we're going to dry it. Oh, I like that. I think a little bit over in that corner. So I'm just going to grab a little bit more. And then just, because I don't want this to expand and then be quite 3D. Yeah, so I'd rather just stick my my top layer down first, then we'll pop the heat on, and then you'll be able to see it dry. Now, because this is just wood on wood, I am just going to use my my glue for it. We don't need anything special, but if you don't feel comfortable with glue, then by all means do just use your gel medium. Yeah, but I have a faith that this will stick, because I'm not putting any metal embellishments on or anything like that. Well, I don't think I'm going to. So, and if I do, then I will grab my gel medium out. But I am just making sure that I have got plenty of glue on this. Okay, and so let's line that up like so. Make sure it's lined up there. Okay, and then where that mousse is, really push that down. Now my glue will dry clear, so I'm not worried about that at all. But let me just show you so that is the mousse, and watch when I heat it up. Don't know if so it will start expanding in a moment. There it goes. How cool is that? That's pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue heating that up and then I'll be back. Okay, so that is done. I mean, how gorgeous is that looking? That's just looking fabulous. So let's just pop that over to the side. Now what I'm going to do is bring in the tops of our mushrooms, and I'm going to paint them in red. So I may need some more red out on the table. So again, not forgetting my sides. So yeah, now these are the top bits, so I'm going to put some shading and things on it, and then I'll probably use, I don't know if I'll use my gesso or a white paint pen to put the white dots on, but yeah, so leave that to dry. Let's do this one as well. So I'm just going to paint them all red. It's a lovely red, this. Don't even know where I got it from. I've had it for quite a few years in my stash. So it's Christmas red and it's artist paint. That's all it said. I want to say it came from the Works, because that's where I got most of my acrylic paints from, in tubs like that. So I'm going to say it was from the Works. But I know the Works don't sell those paints anymore, which is a shame, because there was a few of my paints that I am running out of that are my favourites. So, but I'm sure I can get some really nice acrylic paints from somewhere else. I was actually thinking of getting the Arteza set. There's an Arteza set, you get 60 colours, but I think it's like about £45, something like that. So yeah, expensive. So I'm going to wait until I've used up most of my acrylic paints before I even yeah, think of that. Right, I'm adding a little bit of brown into this red. So, and this is going to give me my shadow. So we've got the shadow coming in from this side. So just add that on like so, and again making sure sort of try and coordinate it with the rest of the piece. So there's that. And then let's do the same here. So again, just adding a little bit of shadow to it, because it really does make a difference. You don't have to do it with paint. You can just bring in your distress inks to do it, but I just thought I'd do something a little bit different and try it out with paint, see how it looks. Actually, I'm quite liking it. So yeah, I do need to blend that a little bit more. Right, perfect. Okay, loving that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to glue these on and then leave them to dry. So there's that piece. They're lovely, these. They're so 3D. They're absolutely glorious. So there's that one, and then the little baby. And that can sit there. So as you can see, it didn't really matter that we painted the tops of those. However, because we did, it means that if we haven't got it on properly, it's going to sit quite nicely. So that is the good thing about doing that. So while they are drying, what I'm going to do, I do have the glitter mousse that I would like to use. We don't need that anymore, or that one, so they can go away. And do I need any more paints? I think I'm going to bring in some of this. So this colour is English Rose. It's one of my favourite ones, that one. So we're going to have pink flowers, and we're going to bring in light magenta as well. So, and what else do we have? I think actually I might just do those colours. Yeah, let's just do those colours. I'm not sure where they're going to go yet. Right, I'm going to need a little bit more red for my heart. So I'm just going to pop some out, and then I'm not sure what colour I'm going to do that yet. So I'm just popping those paints away just so that my desk's just a little bit tidier. Where's my spray? So let's get rid of this. Okay. Just to make life a little bit easier. Right, what I normally do when my desk gets this mucky is I have a blade that I use that I scrape everything up. So yeah, we'll be doing that in a bit. Right, oh, look what I've just done, guys. I've just popped that in there. So let's grab my rag and just hit them off. Okay, so let's grab the flowers. So I've got one large flower and two small. I have just realised we do need a centre colour. So I'm going to go with this one, which is a terracotta. So we'll just have a tiny bit of that one. I'm just going to clean out one of the brushes. Okay, and then just going to put that in the middle. And the good thing about this is this does not need to be perfect at all, because it's not going to be. Right, okay, so there is that. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to just paint over the whole thing for now. Yeah, why not? I quite like that colour, actually. Yeah, they're not colours I tend to use a lot. The pinks are, my pinks are running out, so I'm going to have to quite soon look at getting some more pink paint. Right, the reason I'm doing this is because I don't want there to be like, I don't want you to be able to see any marks from the, from paint, so like a paint line. That's why I'm doing that. Right, okay, let's go with this pink. So I'm just gonna go now. This, I think this is going to need a couple of coats, but let's see how it goes. I can't believe, do you know, I'm having so much fun with these. It is definitely fun. Okay, so again, make sure those side bits are done. I just think the pink's just going to be nice and bright and pop against our bottle. So just like that. Okay, and colour that up. But like I say, I think what I'm going to do is actually come in and do a couple of coats so that it's a nice vibrant colour. Okay, and again doing around the edges. So there's our first one done. I'm liking the look of that. Really liking that, actually. Do you know what? I'm thinking the heart will look nice with the pink instead of the red. Okay, so just paint around. Okay, so just like that. I'm liking that. Right, so where it started to dry, I'm just going to come in again with our paint. It's quite thin paint, this. I have to admit, I'm actually starting to regret doing it this way. And I'm thinking that maybe what I should have done was brought in my inks. So I'm thinking my inks might have been better. But we will persevere and we will keep on going. So yeah, but I want the two smaller ones to be the lighter pink. Do you know what? I'm really liking that. I'm liking how it looks. Just going to make sure that I had to go in the centre, didn't I? Okay, so that's that one. Oh, I like that. Okay, I'm just gonna pop this on like so, just to get any areas that I've sort of gone in with the pink. There we go. Right, love that. Okay, now I'm going to come in with this colour. This is one of my favourite colours. It's a dusky pink, but it's called English Rose on this one. So, oh, it's just absolutely beautiful. Okay, so again I'm just going to go all the way around, and again this is probably going to take 2 coats as well, so we'll do that. I'm just wondering what time are we on. Oh, we're not doing too bad actually. So because I'm just thinking what I might do is finish painting these off camera and then come back when they are dry and we'll stick them together. I do want to add some, I'm trying to think what do I want to add to the very base. Okay, and I don't know guys. Although, do we have to add something to the base or can we leave it? Do you know what, there's me saying I'll go off camera and do these, and I haven't even bothered turning the camera off. So just I tell you, fast forward. if you really don't want to see this bit, please feel free to fast forward, because yeah, I'm sort of in the zone I think. So yeah, I'm really enjoying myself quite a bit. So let's get around those edges. It just helps bring them together and just brings your project alive. Okay, so I've got just 2 petals left, and then what I want to do, that one's actually covered lovely. So doing the same with these, just trying to smooth out the paint if I can. Oh, do you know, I love them. I don't think I'm going to do much more to them. Now let's paint this with some more pink. Okay, because I just love how bright that pink is. I was going to do it red, but yeah, the brightness of that pink's just beautiful. So I love it. So I'm going to go all the way around again, just making sure to get all the bits we need to get. Okay, so I'll put that down there, and then I'm just going to dab at it. Right, so they should dry. No, that looks as though, there we go, that's better. Yeah, loving them. Right, let's quickly blast them. So I blast it with my heat tool. And hopefully they'll dry nicely. I think, do you know what? I think they look really pretty. So I'm thinking that we can have sort of maybe one of the flowers there with the yeah, one of the flowers there with a couple of the flowers that, oh, that's so beautiful. And then we do have our heart as well, but we also have our drink me. So let's do the drink me. Actually no, let's take our glitter, because I think what I'm going to do is on the petals I'm going to just put some glitter. Why not? So this is a paste, however there's nothing to say you can't just, you know, put your brush in and use it as a paint. Oh, a little bit of glitter always helps, always makes it look pretty. Okay, I'm just gonna grab, because I think I want to add glitter to just the flowers, and I'm thinking also maybe the heart as well. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Right, I'm just gonna sort of pat that on, because that paint is still slightly wet, but I mean, how gorgeous is that? That's just really pretty. So again, I'm just coming in with the glitter. Okay, so around like that, and a little bit more on these two. Oh. So it's actually going to have sort of some slight texture because the paint's still slightly wet. I'm having to just dab it on, but I think it really just adds to the character of the piece. I mean, that just, oh, absolutely gorgeous. So I don't think I'm going to put any more on. Let us grab, what else, or what colour should we have this? Oh, do you know, I'm thinking one of the pinks, or both pinks actually. So I'll start off with this one. Like that. Oh, I'm loving how that looks. Okay, and I love the fact that the Drink Me is coming through as well in white lettering. I'm going to bring in some of my gilding wax. I have it in silver and in gold, so I think that would really add to this as well. So I'm going to add that in. And I want a little bit of ribbon or a bit of twine, I think. But yeah, so then I'm just going to actually, let's stipple this in around there. Much better. Okay, a bit like that. I'm going to add a bit of red. So it's just sort of, yeah, just quite a strange. Oh, I like these. Right, I'm liking that. Right, let me dry these. Like this. Because what I'm thinking is I'm going to come in with a black pen for that. Right, let's glue these down. So I'm just going to grab my glue. And we do need to grab a paintbrush. Not a paintbrush, sorry. Just going to put loads of glue on there and then stick that on like that. Yeah, I need to grab my paint pen in white. So just make sure that we've got plenty of glue on there. I mean, like I said, this does dry clear, so I know that we're going to be really good. Right, perfect. Now this is our bottom piece, which is what this is going to stand in. Oh, and actually I'm thinking before I did anything I should have popped it in, but we didn't. I'll deal with that in a moment. Oh, look at that. That just to say went in, guys. Where has it gone? Now I need to grab it because Lady will get it, because that's what Lady does. Okay, right. So that needs to just go on there like so. So that just is going to dry. How do I want the heart on? I'm very tempted to. Do I have just a little bit of, this might do. Let me grab a pair of scissors. So I have this, because what I'm tempted to do is just pulse this through there if I can. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I think I do actually need to grab some cord. Although, actually, we've managed to do it. Now I need to go through this Drink Me one as well. Okay, if we can get through that, excellent. Right, so they're going to go together like that. That's going to sort of go around like that. And I'm just going to tie that in a bow right at the top. just behind it. Actually, no, let's tie it in a knot, because I don't want the ends to sort of stick out, so that's going to be an actual knot. And then I'm going to cut these off, and I'm going to pop some glue in, because I don't want this to come undone or come off it. So just by popping that little bit of glue in, that will secure it. And yeah, so it's just going to sit like that. How gorgeous is that? Right, okay, last thing that I need to do, so I do need a paint pen. Oh, I tell you what I do have that will look nice. I've got this tomato juice. So the other watercolour pens, I think they are, yeah. I'm wondering if this is any... Oh, is it going to go? Oh, there we go. Yes. Because I'm thinking this might be nice to add, you know, for our shading as well. Oh, I like that. So I'm just adding that in. Yeah, I'm just sort of looking around my craft room now and seeing what else I can sort of add on to this. Yeah, probably not the best thing to do. Okay, what was I looking for, guys? I was looking for white. Do you know what? Let's just, yeah, I'm going to go with my white gesso. And then what I'm going to do, once it's dry, I'm going to come in with my sparkle pen, because my gesso dries matte. And instead of doing it with a paintbrush, we're going to do it with a dotting tool. Just because I've got more control over the dotting tool than I have over the paintbrush. I might need a smaller one, or how about that actually, just for the small one. Okay, and then this bit, and then just trying to get it on. Oh. I need a smaller dotting tool, like head dotting tool. I don't have one. Okay. Just hope that we don't mess it up. That's better. Yeah, that's not working. Right, okay, do you know what? I'm just going to have to persevere with a brush. So I'm just going to use this brush. Watch this, I'll get it spot on now. Yeah. But I hate doing fine detail. I do have a paint pen. But really I should just get that out, because that'll be a lot easier to use. Okay. So I'm just doing where there's no watercolour just for now. But yeah, because I'm using the white gesso, this is going to dry matte. Which means that it's just going to stand out like a sore thumb, I think. So what I'm going to do is, once it's dry, which the gesso does dry very quickly. That's another thing that I really like about it, is the drying time. So I'm thinking I'll come in with my sparkle pen and yeah, add some sparkle to it. Okay. Now, because I've just put that watercolour on, it is turning my white bit orangey. That's fine, because we can do a couple of coats, so it's not a major issue. It's just a pain in the butt. So just like that. Come on. just got a couple more to do. There's one. So actually it was easier with a brush. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm going to come in with these again, see if we can make them just a touch lighter. Actually, I mean, we don't want it fully white because it's not going to look great like fully white, but I think it's also quite nice to have it just slightly off white. Oh, see, I'm just terrible at this, guys, but I have to admit I love how it is turned out. So really nice. I'm just going to add a little bit more white to it. Then we're going to add our sparkle pen, and then I think we can definitely say that we have finished this one. I love it. Do go and check out our lovely Claire, because you know fine well she's smashed this. She is absolutely gorgeous and talented and very inspirational. So yeah, you definitely need to check her out, guys, if you already haven't. Okay, so I'm just going to bring in my sparkle pen. Oh, try not to get paint on my sparkle pen, because that would be very silly indeed. Right, okay, and then I'm just going to go over literally just where the white is. So again, these are going to go a different colour. Okay, so let's just drop a little bit of sparkle on, and a little bit of sparkle on here. Like I say, it just makes a difference because this dries clear. Oh, let's do some sparkle in the centre of our flowers as well. Why not? Why not indeed? And then I'm going to put some sparkle on our heart as well. So the heart's got lots of sparkle on it. Oh, I love that. Right, let me put that away. We don't need that. We don't need that. Yeah, I really do hope you've enjoyed this. Do you know what? It's been really nice, and I have to admit, very therapeutic. It has been such a joy to do. It really has. Where's my lid, guys? Can you see it? Where's my lid? So I don't need those anymore. There it is. It's behind it. Okay. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear all of this up, and then we'll come back and have just a quick look at it. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so there you have it. That is my piece for this collab. This, isn't it just absolutely fun? I haven't added anything other than my mediums to this kit. I've literally just added paste. I've added paints. That's it, I think. Oh, and a bit of ribbon, but I just think it's so beautiful. I love that sparkle paint behind. I think that really does help, and that expanding mousse is just fabulous. So it's been quite nice to actually play with my mediums. One thing I will say is now I'm wishing I painted the back of this, so I might come back in later on and do it. And the same with the tags. I wished I'd paint the back of them, but again, I can come in and I can do that. But that is it. I do need to put Drink Me on there, but it is wet, and I need to actually order some pens that go over mediums, so it will get done eventually. But there you have it. I really hope that you've enjoyed this collab. Please do go over and check our lovely Claire out, because you know fine well she loves Smash This, and she's super inspirational, and I love it a bit. So yeah, please do go and show some YouTube love. Subscribe if you're not subscribed to it as well, because it really is lovely to sort of get that inspiration from other people. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, happy crafting. Bye.